So yesterday I was watching one of those shorts from Auto Parts City video. It's a car junkyard. And I don't know, the guy was filming a Gaylord box filled with license plates. And there's always somebody in the comment section, right? He's like, "Whoa, you just filmed a OSHA violation." And I looked at the video about 20 times, and it's only an OSHA violation. I mean, how petty are people in the comment section. There's a pallet standing on its side, like I got here. I got a piece of scrap in the way of it. So is this still an OSHA violation? I guess it is, but who cares? How super petty. Well, an employee could get a you're supposed to wear steel-toed boots when you're in a place like that, so the pallet's not going to hurt you. Unless you don't work in the shop or whatever. And you're, like, parts chasers and counter help. Or salespeople, they don't have to wear boots. Look at this idiot. I don't wear boots. This was actually dumb to pick this scrap up, because it's just a thin piece of metal and a lot of danger. Right? Oh, this gives me a great look around here. There's a micro slave right there. Your kitchen's little helper. Beep, 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 beep. Food's done. Mom doesn't know how to cook. Talking about food. The invention of the microwave, that's like a World War II military industrial complex type of apparatus. If you really think about it. But it really didn't enter into the kitchens until there were some in the 1950s, sure, but didn't get a toehold until the 1960s. Yeah, Auto Parts City had a bunch of license plates, and so, yeah, they scrapped them all, because you don't want them being in the wrong hands. That's what I do with them, too. They get put into the scrap pile. Don't need mega trouble. Giga trouble. Alrighty. One thing we're endlessly doing here at this compound is we're cleaning up messes that we make. Don't make any more messes, King. Yeah, I know, right? So, here's my theory back onto the microwave again. Are you ready for it? Starting to become popular in the mid-1960s, and then really starting to take over in the 70s. And by the 1980s, everybody had one just about. And I think, I'm going to go out on a limb here, that product right there and the popularity of it is part of the... Uh-oh, I just lost 10 subscribers. Dare I say it? I don't care. It's part of women's liberation movement, because the housewife was no longer needed to be a housewife. She was free to go and sit her butt in an office somewhere and be a slave to that boss. or be a slave to the bank. So you're liberated. You're liberated from your family. Now you're a slave to the bank and the boss. And the family is stuck fending for themselves, pushing buttons. Beep, 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 beep. And as a result, the nutritional value, well, it pretty much ended up in the garbage can now, right? And of course, the fast food places were around in the 1950s, but nowhere near as popular as they'd become. Because families were on the go. I don't know where they were going. They were going to get fat. That's where they were going. Families were on the go. We're on the go! Where are you going? I don't know. But we're on the go. We're on the go! See, my yapping is engineered to incite you and piss you off. Because with bad nutrition comes fat bodies that are out of shape and need to go to the gym and need to exercise, or end up sitting at home all the time with a lot of screen time playing video games. Wow, I'm all over the place, right? Disillusion of the family. And disillusion of my mind here. I can't find my drill. Where the hell? Oh, there it is. King, worry about yourself. Yeah. Disillusion of the family. The microwave. That's one of the chief robbers, I think, because it made it possible for people to not be hungry. That's a good thing. But it also made it very convenient and possible for people to eat very crummy food and become really out of shape and unhealthy. Come on, tell me I'm wrong, right? I dare you. Because I know I'm correct. What makes you so sure of yourself, King? I don't know. Nothing. Never mind. What we got here? Well, we got the copper we had in the last video that I haven't broken into bits. And I got the radio going in there. Otherwise, I'd go inside the shop. But the radio, that'll keep us out. That's worth a few bucks. Buck. One thing that's a winner on YouTube scrapping videos is just the sight of copper. Yeah. Which always reminds me, I'm not, where did I put this? Most of my, then he says he's not going inside the warehouse, but then he goes in the warehouse. Never mind me, I'm all over the place, I'm scatterbrained. It's just that after I got sick, and I really think that I got ill off of drinking that tap water, because we have well water, and it ain't so good. Come to find out, I drink it and several hours later, I go out and I see boil order in effect. What can you trust? All right, we got scrap there. Well, once again, I'm trying to clear out this lane here, all the way into the shop. Clear this whole lane out. That's a pretty windy, breezy day today. So far in the comment section, no ideas from that previous video on how to what would be a super strong homemade ramp that I could have like 10,000% confidence in crawling under this truck. Because unlike a regular pickup truck, this thing is pretty heavy. It's about 9,300 pounds. And I can't find anybody to help me work on this thing or repair it. That, and in previous videos, nobody's had any real ideas to share about how to fix this wall here. Yes, I've driven it around like this for years of ownership before it broke down. Was it like that? And I've had it safety inspected and it passed the inspection, but it might pass the safety inspection being like this because they look at lights and the horn. Is the horn working? You know, do the brakes work and stuff like that? Are there any leaks? So that's what they're looking for. But look at there's a hornet's nest or something in there. I want to be able to pull that in there because I might want to sell this thing. As with everything, might want to end up getting rid of it all. So I was thinking, drill a hole or a couple of holes through the wall there, right? Take a come along, right? Attach the come along maybe to the floor here, like how I got it, and perhaps get a longboard, maybe like a 2x4, or yeah, a 2x8 or something like that, and put it here. And then drill the holes through that. Maybe I'll put it down lower here, because this seems to be where the problem really was. And all this just got dragged out. Put it like down here somewhere and pull it in. That's the thought process going on in my brain. Before that, though, maybe I gotta straighten this out inside here a little bit. Look at the damage to the floor that's happened from, leaving the door open all the time. The floor has gotten warped, so that definitely is going to need attention. Especially if I want to try and sell it. I don't want to sell it like with any sore points that are super obvious like that. And that's how I figured how I'm going to get this tire changer inside the shop. I'm going to use a come along. It's about 600 pounds or more. What do you think, kids? Then onto this right here. I'm all over the place, right? Drill these things out, and on the other side there's a see it. There's a couple of bolts right there, or semi-welded nuts or whatever. I'm gonna have to come out of there. There's only a few holding this wall on. And I drove it around like this, and I had it safety inspected like this for a long time. But I remember last few times going to the scrapyard, hearing the wall make like that sound, like that might have been like the wall, like kind of like warping and stuff. Maybe, even though it's pretty straight. I think I have to clean this. I have to clean this truck out in order to do that, because there might be crud along the edge. Just to drag this back in. This sounds like a Bill the Junking Fool type of thing going on here. It's the same deal on the other side. Oh, not as bad over here. There's a few that are missing. But this wall is a little bit better shape. Yeah, it's not pulling away like the other one. Alrighty. We'll chat in the next video. See everybody later. Maybe I'll load my truck up. Today is Sunday. So I took a load to the scrapyard, and that's an all aluminum chair except for that cushion right there. And I started hammering it apart, and then the guy's like, "Oh, you gotta leave, you gotta leave, you gotta leave." Well, when they say you gotta leave when you're in the scrapyard, you gotta leave. I saved these from the scrap heap. Are they worth anything?